Hey, good morning, everyone. It's now Thursday, but this will be an evening video log for April 9th, 2025. It was actually a really, really packed day. I say evening video log. I didn't even get to make a morning video log. I was playing video games, of course. So, my wife Ava had told me that last night, like 12:30, she was like, "Hey, are you gonna get your mom's car in the morning? Our car needed fixed on Wednesday, so Tuesday night she was like, grab the car." And I was like, I hadn't planned to. I guess I was like, I don't really want to. Like, I got a bugger, right? And then my mom was asleep, so I was like, I can't really like coordinate that. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I set an alarm, and then it was like at 6:40, I think. And I was like, I don't know what time she leaves. She's had me drop her off at 7 before. Like, who knows really? So I ended up getting up that morning at like 6:10 and letting Skips downstairs, and I like looked down the stairs because like you can kind of see the car sometimes, and I was like, don't see a car there. I'm gonna go back to bed. So I ended up waking up to my real alarm at 6:40, and then got up. Car wasn't there. I was like, okay, cool. So I called my mom and I was like, hey mom, explained the situation and asked for the car. Ava asked for the car. Ava, dude, gotta get Ava. Ava asked for the car. Like, can I walk over and grab it? She was like, sure. So actually a really nice walk, and it was like first thing in the morning, so I'm all groggy, and I was just like, dude, I swear anyone walking would think I'm like drunk at 7 a.m. Like, I was just like, ugh, don't want to be here. But like halfway through the walk, I was like, I cannot believe that I'm now 21 and I used to walk down this road every single day from ages 8 to 13, like a little over 5 years straight, like just walking to school. And I was just like, it is crazy how fast time goes by. It is crazy, dude. And I was just like, like I'm kind of keeping my head down, like looking at the ground, and like, when you're tired, you don't really taking in information like above the eyebrows. And I literally was just like, I just need to breathe and enjoy this for a little bit. So I like just took like a deep breath, looked around, and was like, so much has changed. And I was just like walking down the street. I was like, that house is remodeled. This house is way nicer. That house is remodeled. That house is. I was like, oh my gosh. And it was like this house is for sale by a real estate company. I'm sure the old codger who lived there died. He was a super cool guy, but I'm sure he passed away in 12 years. He was old, dude. And I was just like, everything's changed so much. Like, it's crazy. And then like it's just crazy thing that like while I've been living my own life, everyone else has been living their own life. Crazy. And so I got to school, talked to my mom for a little bit, took a car, drove back home. I got some McDonald's. McDonald's breakfast was so good. And then played video games for like an hour and a little bit over an hour. And then around 9 I went and did some yard work. And then Gabe was able to come over. We were working on my car from like 10:30 to like noonish, right? And then so we fixed the coolant leak, filled my car full of coolant, and then made sure it wasn't leaking anymore, obviously. And then which W, and then I gave him like $50 and some watermelon or whatever, and then came upstairs and I finished Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, like the story, for the first time. It was on my second playthrough because my first one was kind of cooked, but it was on my second playthrough that I like went through and finally beat the game, and Ava was watching me beat it. And then we spent some time together, just quality time, just sitting there. She was showing me TikToks and stuff. And then right after that, I actually, as we were laying there, I ended up taking a nap from like 3. It was probably like 2 to 3:30, or maybe even 2:15 to 3:30. And at 3:30, I got up and like looked around, and the car was gone, and I was like, oh, where'd Ava go? And she was hanging out with Summer Daniel. Cool. Um, so yeah, I was like, oh yeah, whatever. And then my mom got home, and I was like, hey mom, and said hi, whatever. And then I go lay back down just till Anna gets home, and this dude curls up with me. So I usually lay on like the edge of my bed, but since Ava wasn't in the bed with me, I just like scooted back and like laid my arm up, dude. And he literally like laid like, let me see, literally like that. And we were just like cuddling for like 20 minutes, and I was just like, Skips, love you. And I was like, I should get a picture of this. And I was like, nah, because Skips doesn't like photos. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy this moment right now. Just this. No photo necessary. And I kind of had the passing thought of like, photos kind of make memories less meaningful. because the availability is always there, you know? It's like we're not really living in the moment because any moment can be captured at any time. It's really interesting. And so after that, Ava got home with Summer and Daniel, or Summer and Eric, I think. And Eric was like, "I'm gonna go pick up mother-in-law, and then we're all gonna go to Golden Corral." We were like, "Sick, dude, Golden Corral." Ava's mom was paying, so I was like, "Free food." And so we're on our way to Golden Corral. Text my buddy Cesar, and I was like, "Hey man, we're heading to Golden Corral. You working on it?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then on one of the roads, there's a gas station, and Eric had pulled into it and called us because he got a flat tire, dude. Tragic. And Eric was like, this was Eric's idea. Like, Golden Corral was Eric's idea. So we were all like, "Oh, that sucks, dude." So we like stopped by and like game plan basically. Basically, I ended up taking the Kia to. I took the kids to the restaurant, and Ava sat them and talked with Anthony. And then I went back and grabbed the others. Eric stayed with his car until he was able to get it towed. And then we ended up getting him just food to go. Even though Golden Corral's a buffet, food to go was pretty sick. So yeah, Golden Corral was actually pretty good. I had like 4 plates of food. I was pretty stuffed, dude. I was like sitting in the bathroom, and I was just like, I can't even push because I'm just like so full right now. Like it's crazy. And then yeah, he ended up getting his car towed later that night. And then we left Golden Corral. I went and took the first caravan home was Summer and Daniel and Vet and the baby. Took them home. Went back, and Ava and her mom were just browsing Ross. So I went in, looked at Ross a little bit, got a new wallet, which is pretty sick. And then uh, dude, you know a brother had to cop it. Love those things. So yeah, and then Anna bought a couple pieces of clothing, or yeah, Ava bought a couple pieces of clothing, and then her mom also bought her a couple pieces. So she came out with a haul, and then drove us all home. As we were dropping off mother-in-law, Anna was like, "Turn off the car, let's go inside." I was like, "Oh my gosh, okay." So went inside, and I was like sitting there on my phone at the kitchen table, just waiting for him. And then Ava was like, "Hey, they're gonna finish the movie. Who's emailing me? H&R Block. I do need to schedule taxes today." And then Ava was like, "Oh yeah, for Wednesday, I did. Well, I guess I'll tell you at the end." Yeah, so Ava was like, "They're gonna finish the movie," and I like looked up, and it was like Tom Cruise, and I kind of recognized the girl, and they were like talking about a helicopter, and I was like, "I think I know this movie. I think I know this movie." And I walked over and sat down, and I was like, is this like Alien Groundhog Day?" And they were like, "No, it's called Edge of Tomorrow." And I was like, "That's Alien Groundhog Day, dude. Oh, I love this movie." So we ended up finishing Edge of Tomorrow. It was like probably 40 minutes. I love that movie, dude. I remember watching that with my dad when it came out. I was like, that movie is banging, dude. That is such a good movie. And I was like let me look up top Tom Cruise movies, because like he has a lot. Top Tom Cruise movies. I mean, obviously Top Gun Maverick, Mission Impossible, Edge of Tomorrow, American Made, Jack Reacher. These are all 7/8s. Yeah, I don't know how Top Gun is a 7, bro. That's insane. Let me see if there's any of these that are actually like really really good. Honestly, Top Gun was such a classic that he really lucked out with that one. But Edge of Tomorrow is so good, dude. I haven't even really watched any of the Mission Impossibles. I don't really. I mean, I've seen clips, obviously. But yeah, the Top Gun movies really cemented him. And then Edge of Tomorrow, oh, dude, I was like, this is like one of the best Tom Cruise movies. Like, he is so good. And it's like, honestly, just a really good script, really good, like, idea, really good execution all around. I thought it was such a good movie. So we finished it out, and then Summer came over with Ava. They chatted while I played some Schedule 1. Was I playing Schedule 1? I was. Yeah, it's like 1 in the morning, and then Ava was like, "Hey, you want to come with me to drop off Summer?" So we went and did that. Came home, passed out, dude. I was so tired. But, yeah, it was pretty much the whole day. I didn't even write down any goals for the day. But I guess I could do it now. I did brush my teeth. Did brush. I'll write video log and just cross it out. Video log X. Let's do. I did cut watermelon. I did fix car. I did family dinner, which is so nice, dude. Just sitting there chatting. Caesar ended up setting up like a little birthday surprise for Daniel because his birthday was Tuesday. So like sang him the happy birthday song, gave him a little cake. It was so nice. Oh, I did want to do a nap because I woke up super early in the morning. That was pretty nice. Yeah, I think that's it. That was awesome, dude. It was a solid day. I gotta hit my boy Dylan tomorrow, Thursday, and see if he wants to hang out or not. So we'll do that. And then, yeah, I think it's just really interesting that, I guess this is my daily thought, that phones kind of, like, the digitalization of everything really took us out of reality. Like, in my mind, it took us out of reality. Like, I was talking with some regulars on Tuesday about the 50s. And one of the things that I think was so true is it feels like life was slower. And maybe it was different for everybody. Maybe it was a different time. Like, maybe it happened in the 50s with the Vietnam War. Maybe it happened when afterwards with the Cold War. Is that afterwards or before? I have no idea. What years were the Cold War? What dates for Cold War? Oh, technically the Cold War was a period. Okay, cool, yeah. So afterwards with like the period, the Cold War, like nuclear threatening times, and then like the early 2000s with 2001, 9/11 happened, and then smartphones start coming out. It's like at some point life started going by so fast, and I don't think any of us really knew what to happen with that. And so I'm a post 9/11 baby. I grew up with technology, like an insane amount of technology. And so to me, like when I'm having my political campaigns, the people that I'm going to be shooting for are all post 9/11. Like post 9/11 or born too early around 9/11 or born too early around 9/11 to remember any of it, right? Like the first presidential inauguration I remember was Obama. And I was what, five? I was what, 4.5? And I was just sitting there, and my mom was like, "It's so cool we have a black president." And I'm sitting there just going, "It's just a president, dude." Like 4.5-year-old me did not understand racial bias in the slightest. And I mean, I still remember him giving a good inaugural speech, obviously. But I look back and it's like, when you think about how they even took news of like newspapers, and then the kids would take the newspapers and they would read the comics and play the crossword puzzle and do a word search. Like that feels so slow. Life feels so slow. And I'm sitting here and I'm just like obviously it sucks the way the society is built on it, so I have to contribute it like this. But it's like if I could do it without the technology, I feel like it'd be a lot more meaningful, you know, because it kind of takes away the humanization of everything, and it kind of takes away the ability for a human to live in the moment. Like, dude, this video could be viewed an infinite amount of times. You could view this video an infinite amount of times. An infinite, like as much as you wanted to watch this video, it could be viewed. Out there, things happen once and that's it. Like you'll never get a moment back, you know? And I feel like we kind of chase the dopamine rush of, oh, a big moment, this one perfect moment in time. Like, and we chase the one moment, and it's like every moment is like that if you let it be. Every single moment is like that if you let it be. But we have, you don't even want to call it brain rot because the connotation and the denotation are different. But we have so much distraction occurring that it's impossible for us to actually fully be vested in the moment with someone. You know, and it's like things used to be so different. People would spend time at church with their community, and people would spend time with their kids very consistently, and it's like nowadays we kind of spend a lot of time on our phones, right? And it's just it's more immediately satisfying than building social relationships, and that's part of our social apprehension as Generation Z. It's hard, dude. It's not easy, but I feel like the more people who go out and live in the moment, the more people who are going to go out and live in the moment. So, you know, it's ironic that I sit here in my room and talk about this, right? But I have my whole life to go out and live in the moment, and I don't want to look back and just be like, I wish I did more, you know? Like that's the main thing. Is just I don't want to look back and just wish I did better. I want to accept everything I've ever done and do better in the future. And I don't want to look back with regret. Like I remember that night when I like Wednesday night, yeah, when I went to bed, when I passed out, I closed my eyes, and I was like, when I imagine myself as someone who has all the opportunity in the world and all the potential in the world, I'm 25. That's where I am in my mind. Like when I'm sitting there ready to take on the world and grab everything, I'm 25 years old. And when I'm 25, I'm going to look back and wish I did more at 21. And when I'm 30, I'm going to look back and go, 25-year-old had no idea what he was doing. And when I'm 35 years old, I'm going to go, I've been doing this for a little while, I'm kind of getting the hang of it. And when I'm 40, I'm going to be going, those 30-year-olds have no clue what they're doing. And I just think that things change so fast. Like things change so fast, and I'm just trying to enjoy it while I have it, you know? Like I don't want to look back and just go, I wish I was 20 again. You know, I think everyone goes through the same experience of, I wish I could start over at 16. Like, you know, I wish I could build strong relationships while I had them in close proximity by requirement. Like I wish I had that, but I don't anymore. And it's like now I have to choose to go out and have strong relationships with people. Now I have to choose to do that. Now it's a conscious decision to respond to my friends, because I'm really bad at responding to texts, dude. I really am. But it's a conscious decision that I have to make. And I just know that if I can just be happy, like, obviously I'm happy. Like, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy. If I can be content as an old person, I will be thrilled with the way life turned out. If I can be content, if I can look back and just be like, I did everything I could, I will be overjoyed, truly, to just be content. Because I feel like one of the biggest epidemics that we come across in America is you grow up in an incredible economic environment. You breeze through consumerism, you save, you retire, you're wealthy. You're like, I would say $20 million wealthy and empty because your family dies, right? Like, you didn't pay for experiences, you never really got to travel the world, disaster could strike, COVID happened. Like I sit there and I'm just like, gosh, dude, I just don't want to look back and be bitter. That's all I really want. I want to look back and just be like, all the things that I wanted to do, I did my best. That's really all I can hope to say about myself. I did my best. And if that is good enough, and if it's great, that's great. If it's not good enough, it was all I had. I couldn't have given more. So, yeah. I don't know how talking about phones and living in the moment always makes me go so, like, it's not even a really deep thought. It's just that I just want to be okay, you know? It's like, I don't know how it makes me go so disastrous so quickly, but yeah, enjoy that thought while you have it. So yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good one.